The member for Lalor.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and I am incredibly pleased to rise tonight after listening to the member for Griffith and in the company of the member for Greenway and in the company of the member for Gorton, all great feminists, Deputy Speaker. I want to speak to the many women in the electorate of Lalor tonight and women around the country that might be going to bed disappointed with the result of the US election. It may seem strange that I'm speaking about the American election in this place. I'm not commenting on the result or the quality of the Republican candidate. Having said that, the result isn't as strong for Hillary Clinton as was hoped by many women around the world, by many women and colleagues who share this chamber with me. Many of us were hoping to see the first female leader of the free world win convincingly. Deputy Speaker, there's a young man in my office who only sent me his resume because Obama became president in 2008. I'm worried that there are dozens of capable, insightful and talented women that won't think to send me their resumes in the future. If a former Secretary of State, Senator, First Lady, leader of an international charity, stateswoman who negotiated trade deals, peace with Iran and gave the right advice on the Osama bin Laden, can't be elected Commander-in-Chief without hesitation or drama, I can imagine why some women around the country, and indeed the world, are shattered tonight. I've spent my lifetime in schools watching young women, teachers, wait until they've put in twice the work as their male counterparts before putting their hands up for promotions. They think they'll embarrass themselves, that people will be critical of them if they aren't perfect. I've always told them that they needed to get that out of their heads, but it's not in their heads. It's real, and we have to take action now, Deputy Speaker, and tonight proves that. When public debate becomes a screaming match, as it too often does, people vote based on gut feeling. We have to confront the harsh reality that for too many people, women and men, the initial response to the idea of female leadership is to be sceptical. This isn't just an American issue. We've had our fair share of average male political leaders that are given numerous chances to prove themselves and time to find their feet. They're given time to grow into the role. None of that is afforded to women, and it's the case in most businesses, industries and, unfortunately, in government. As it stands, women who've made it to the heights of politics are anything but average. They're overqualified, incredibly talented, they're brilliant. However, they're made to run a gauntlet that men never are, Deputy Speaker. Julia Gillard said of her Prime Ministership that gender explains some things, but it doesn't explain everything. I agree with what she said, but gender shouldn't explain anything in politics or anywhere else for that matter. A culture that is sceptical of women in leadership can only be described as toxic. It's only going to change, though, if women take this experience and use it to be stronger. It is not good enough that the Australian government in 2016 is 80% male. I'm proud that Labor is committed to equality with our 50-50 target, but we can do more to change the culture. Young women, Deputy Speaker, interested in government, interested in politics, whether they be Greens, Labor, Liberal or any other party, should not give up on politics. Do not let tonight dissuade you. Use it for fuel. It's time for women to call out sexism where they see it and refuse to be silenced. Women need to organise and come together on every level of government and business to make change happen. We cannot afford to wait for it. That's how we'll change the culture that makes it so hard for our best and brightest to succeed. Women need to be in the room when decisions are made. They need to be seen discussing important issues. They cannot and they should not wait for men to get them there. The light may be on a steep hill, Deputy Speaker, but we can't afford not to climb it. The glass ceiling must be dammed, and women tonight should commit to support one another to make sure that the representation of women in this parliament and every parliament around the world means we have women leaders, Deputy Speaker.